You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh no!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I'm completely speechless right now.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Or
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
I have nothing to say because I don't even know. Epilogue. Okay. I'd be down for an epilogue. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game right now. Do you know my name?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, but does it work? I want to know if it'll read my name. Is it going to be just Stanley?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I'm
Just
Jim.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay,
I'm
here
Jim.
we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Maybe.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim. My wife left me. And now my dreams. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Jim thing. When we cry, we burp. But does this button say my name?
Jim.
Oh!
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
That was
the
me.
The button described you.
That
do
was
it again.
me.
Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time.
Oh.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay. I'm no longer Jim. I am Calvin. Hello. Or the Hopster, however you know me. It's fine. It's cool. This is going on a lot longer than I thought it would.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Collectibles? Can you find them? Oh, that is cool.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay, yeah, collect them all. Do I actually have to collect
God, it
them?
really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Q. Free achievement. Over there? Hold on. Oh, this is the exit. Never mind. I don't want to go to the exit. Free, new, plus, easy, achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Thank you. Well, gosh dang, this is going on so much longer than I thought. I did not expect this much.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
This one. We're gonna go to the infinite hole. Oh. Hole like infinity. Space distance. Okay. Rim. Cool. Depth. Infinite. Surrounding area. Great. Fantastic.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
No.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, here we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I do believe that that is...
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I love this right here. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. I'm pretty sure... Isn't that the song? You know, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm gonna have to split this into 2 parts. Just this part, this entire bonus content into 2 parts alone. It's so much. I love it. This is just so good. I mean, I won't lie. There was a moment I was kind of starting to fall asleep. Granted, I'm just tired. Just a little tired. But...
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Where's the bucket? Oh, bucket! There's the bucket. Oh, the merch. Wait, can I actually take a picture? God, hold on. I want to see. Let me see if I can actually do that. I'm going to have to, like, see if I can show this on camera. There is a legit website for the Stanley Parable 2. Pause the video. Scan that. And go take a look at it. I'd love to sit and like stare at it more, but I'm just that is cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, I see your bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I have a bucket. Yeah, I got my bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
No, you know what? I'll give it to you, man. This is the best bucket I've ever had. Like, I've had a lot of buckets in my time. Like, lots of buckets. Perfect. 10 out of... Nay. 100 out of 10. Nay. Ooh, that's creepy. 1,000. I have my bucket, though. It's... Wow. Can I keep a coherent thought for like 3 seconds? My bucket turned red. Really big screen. Stanley. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I love this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for...
Okay, it doesn't look like anything changed with that. Okay. So what has changed here? Oh, there's the balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, that's my bucket. My bucket. My bucket. There's the new content up. It's gone.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That fart? Did that just fart?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yeah.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm gonna follow what it says.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no
Yeah.
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
The sad part is I got excited finding that. Is this just a commentary on video gaming? Is this all this is? Because if so, I'm not happy about it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire
What?
if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I mean,
Nor
what?
in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
That was me.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Obviously.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Gimme!
This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
If they were to sell those, I would buy it. But I must... Holy crap! This is so much longer than I thought it
The elevator
would.
raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I have my bucket. We'll call him Bucky. Let's go, Bucky the Bucket. Bucky, lead me.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. All right, Bucky. You better not mislead me here. You gonna protect me?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Bucky.
with television screens.
What's going
What
on?
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yes. Bucky, what's going on? Do you know? Look at that. Look at all those screens. Look at them. None of them are on. Oh, there we
Monitors
go.
jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
That's me right there. I'm that one. I'm that one. Hey, that's mine. I have my bucket. I have Bucky.
Was
Bucky's
the
with me.
bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I don't know.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
No. I only trust Bucky.
But
Bucky.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah. Come on, Bucky. Let's go take down the system. Let's destroy it all. Me and Bucky, together. Both of us. Together.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I know I've seen this, but Bucky hasn't. I know about it, but I need to show Bucky.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Good for
Stanley
you.
wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
That's
Both of them
okay.
wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together.
Of course.
With one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No!
Needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No!
Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not
No.
while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To
Bucket.
be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay. So this is where I'm gonna end this part. You probably saw that I split this into 2 parts. That's okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Wait, if I go back to the main menu, I'm curious. Okay, so it keeps that. I want to see, will it actually keep the Stanley Parable 2 stuff? Please enter the current time. Well, it is 5:55. Confirm. 5:55 p.m. is your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 5:55 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is... That's pretty accurate. That's what time... Well, it's not so accurate anymore because it just changed. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. You should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay. Oh, that's cool. It keeps the Stanley Parable 2 stuff. Okay. So yes, this is where I'm going to end this part. You probably see that I might have... This is probably part 3 or something, because I probably split them into 2 parts. So, anyway, this is interesting. This is definitely different. This is not what I was expecting out of this game. But so far, absolutely good. But I will have to continue this in another part. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please press the like button down below. If you want to see more videos that I've done, check in the description or the annotations in the video. And I will catch you guys in my next video. See ya!